Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Good morning, how do you do? Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. And you and you and you and you and you and you and you.
Welcome to my learning circle. I'm Miss Connie and I'm so glad that you're here with me today so that we can learn how to take all of our comparing words and put them together so that we can use them to describe things. But before we learn how to do that, let's get our wiggles out. Show me your wiggling fingers. Very good. And now shake your arms and roll your neck. And now we're ready to begin. We are going to take all of our comparing words that we've been working on, our more, our less, our tall, our short, our big, our small, and we're going to use those words to help us learn about sorting. We're going to be learning about sorting today. We're going to take how we have learned how to compare things, looking at one thing against another thing, and see what's different and what's the same. And when we can do that, we can sort them to put things that are the same together so that we can talk about them some more. So let's put our sorting word on the board so we can focus on it and learn some more about it together. Now, we can sort things based on what we see that is the same. So we're going to look at one thing against another thing. We're going to look for what's the same so that we can put the things that are the same together, okay? So we're going to start by looking at a couple of toys I have today. I have some more dinosaur toys. I have my T-Rex, I have my Triceratops, and I have my long neck. So, one thing we could do to sort these is to look at their color. Look, this dinosaur is gray, and this dinosaur is gray, so they are the same. They go in one group together. And this dinosaur is blue, and this dinosaur is blue, so they are the same. They go in a group together too. And then this dinosaur is reddish orange, and so is this one. So they are the same color, and they go in a group together. So we have a group of reddish orange dinosaurs, a group of blue dinosaurs, and a group of gray dinosaurs. We sorted them based on their color. Now, let's look at them and see if there's another way we can sort them. We talked about our words tall and short. Let's see if we can use our tall and short comparing words to sort these dinosaurs. So, I have these two dinosaurs. They're the same height. Okay, they go together. And this dinosaur, he's not as tall as these other dinosaurs. He's short. So he doesn't go in our tall dinosaur group, he goes in our short dinosaur group. And look, we have another one of those short dinosaurs. So we're going to put them in our short dinosaur group. Now, let's look. Is our long neck as tall as our T-Rex? Or is he short like our Triceratops? He's tall, that's right. So our long neck goes in our tall group with our T-Rex, and our Triceratops, they're by themselves over here in our short group. So that is how we can look at things to look for what's the same and what's different. Like our T-Rex and our long neck, they're not the same dinosaur, but they are both tall, so they can go in a group together. And we were able to look at them and sort by color. Let's see what else we can do to sort things, looking for what's the same and what's different. So let's start with, have some shapes. I'm going to put them on our board and let's see if we can sort them. Okay, so we have a lot of shapes on our board. We're just looking at these over here, not those yet. So, what do we see about these shapes that we notice about one way that we can sort them? If you said color, you're right. We can sort them by color. So let's look. Let's see. This is a red color. And this is a light red color. And this one, yeah, has a little bit of red in it. It has a couple of other colors too, but it has some red in it. So we're going to put them up there, our red colors. And then we have this one that's green, and this one that's green, and this one that has a lot of green. Even though it has some other colors, it has a lot of green. So we're going to put it in our green group. And then down here we have a light orange, a dark orange, and a shape that has a lot of orange in it. So we're going to put it in our orange group. So we were able to sort our shapes that we have up here by their color. We have our reds, our greens, and our orange. Now let's mix them up again. And let's think about another way that we can sort them, okay? Now, another way we can sort them, we talked about with our dinosaurs looking at our comparing words tall and short. What if we use our comparing words big and small? Do you think we could sort our shapes looking for the big shapes and the small shapes? I think we can. Let's try it out, okay? So I think this shape looks the biggest. Look, it takes up my whole hand. So I'm going to put this shape in our big group. And then let's look. This shape, it still takes up my whole hand. So I'm going to put it in our big group too. And this shape, it's kind of in between. It's not big, big enough to take up my whole hand. So let's put this shape beside our big ones, okay? Now, I have this shape here. It doesn't take up my whole hand either. So I think I'll put it in the middle with this other shape. And then I have this shape. Doesn't take up my whole hand, but I can still see the shape behind my hand. So I'm going to put it over here too. And then this shape, I can still see it when I cover it up with my hand. So my hand doesn't fit on it like it did on these. But I can still see the shape. So I'm going to put it in this middle group. We're going to call this our medium group. Not big, but not small because we can still see it. Now, we have 3 more shapes left. Let's look at those shapes. I can't see it when I cover it up with my hand. It is much smaller than this one, and it's smaller than this one, so this is going to go in our small group. And then this one, when I put my hand on it, you can't see it. My hand, we cover up our shape, but our hand fits on it. Big. We can put our hand on this one and still see the shape up under it, but my hand doesn't fit on it. But this one, I can't see it. This one is definitely small, so I'm going to put that one there. And look, we have one shape left, and when we cover it up, we can't see it because it's small. So look, we sorted our shapes. based on their size, based on whether or not they were big or small, how big or small they were. We have our big shapes here, and we have our medium shapes here, and then we have our small shapes here. Awesome job. And let's try one more time, because I think there's another way we can sort these shapes. We've done color and we've done size, talking about how big or how small something is. Let's see what else we can do. Let's mix up our shapes. What else can you think of when you look at these and see that is the same about some of them? Very good. If you said some of them are the same shape, you're correct. So we can sort them based on what kind of shape they are. So let's see. Let's start with our triangles. He's up here. We'll do our triangles. We have a triangle there, and then we have a triangle there, and we have a triangle here. Look, there's our triangles. All right, now let's look for our circles. A circle there, a circle here, and a circle there. There's our circles. And then we have our squares. We have a square here, a square there, and a square there. Our squares. We sorted our shapes that look really different in some ways, but the same in other ways, into different groups. We've done it by color, we've done it by size, and now we've done it by what shape it is we're seeing, what type of shape we're seeing. Our triangles, our circles, and our squares. Now, let's see if there are anything else that we can look at and find things that are the same and things that are different. We'll take these off real quick so we have some more room on our board to look at a few more things. All right, I have some letters here. Let's look at them and see what we can see that is the same and that is different. What is one way we could sort this group of letters, looking for what is the same and what is different? If you said color, yeah, we can do color. We've done color on our other two groups. Let's go ahead and do it with this one and see what happens. All right, this shape has a rainbow color because it has all of the colors of the rainbow. This one does too, 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 and guess what? That one does too. All of our letters on our board have the same rainbow color. So we put them all in the same group. But I think there's a way for us to sort these to see what else we can find out about these letters when we look at them. What else can you see that we could sort them by? What is different and the same about some of them? If you said some of them are uppercase and some of them are lowercase, you're correct. Let's do that. Let's see. Is this an uppercase or a lowercase c? Very good. This is an uppercase C. So we're going to put our uppercase letters over here. Is this a uppercase or a lowercase b? Very good. It's a lowercase b. So let's move it over here. Is this an uppercase or a lowercase c? Very good. It's a lowercase c. So we'll put it up under our b. Is this a uppercase or a lowercase d? Awesome job. That is an uppercase D. Very good. So we'll put him over here under our uppercase C. Is this an uppercase or a lowercase a? That's right. This is a lowercase a. So we'll put it over here up under our lowercase b and our lowercase c. Is this an uppercase or a lowercase a? Very good. That is an uppercase A. So we're going to put it over here. And Is this an uppercase or a lowercase b? It's an uppercase B, so we'll put it over here in our group of uppercase letters. And this last letter, is it an uppercase or a lowercase d? It's a lowercase d, so we're going to put it over here with our group of lowercase letters. Look at that. We looked at a group of letters. There were so many of them, and we looked for things that were the same and things that were different. And we were able to see that we have uppercase letters and we have lowercase letters. And we were able to sort them into groups by putting all of our uppercase letters together, because that is something that all of these have in common. All of these are uppercase letters. And a group of our lowercase letters, because all of these letters are all lowercase. That means they all have that characteristic that's the same. So, is there any other way that we can sort our letters? There's one more way. Can you think of it? That's right. We can sort them based on what letter it is that we're looking at. So we've sorted them by uppercase and lowercase. Now let's sort them by what letter it is that we see. So our alphabet starts with the letter A, so let's start with our letter A. We have our uppercase A, and we have our lowercase a. That's one group of the letter A. And then we have our uppercase B and our lowercase b. That's another group for the letter B. And we have our uppercase C and our lowercase c. There's a group for our letter C. And then last but not least, we have our uppercase D and our lowercase d. So we have a group for our letter D. Awesome job. So many different ways that we can sort things by looking for things that are the same and the things that are different and putting them in groups based on what we see, what we observe. When we observe something, we're using our eyes to look and figure out what's the same and what's different in the case of sorting. Now, let's see if we can sort all of these shapes we have over here. Are you ready? Okay. Move our letters over here so that we have some more room to work with our shapes over here. What is one way that we can sort our shapes over here? Very good. We can sort them by color because some of them have the same color and some of them do not, right? So let's see if we can sort them by color. Let's start with this one. Let's find all of our green shapes. We have our green circle, our green triangle, our green star, and our green square. Now, let's see if we can finish sorting the rest of these shapes by color. We have our blue star, our blue triangle, our blue square, and our blue circle. And then we have our red square, our red circle, our red triangle, and our red star. Wow, look at that. We took a whole big group of shapes that were all mixed up together. And we observed that, hey, some of them have the same color and some of them have a different color. And because we looked with our eyes to find what was the same and what was different, we were able to take that big group of shapes and break it into 3 groups of shapes, 1, 2, 3, based on the color. Our green shapes, our blue shapes, and our red shapes. Now, let's look again and see what else we can do to sort these shapes. What's another way we could have sorted the shapes other than by color? That's right, we could have sorted our shapes based on what kind of shape it is. So let's do that real quick. We have a circle, and another circle, and another circle. And then we have a triangle, and another triangle, and another triangle. And then we have a star, another star, and another star. And then we have a square, another square, and another square. Look at that. We took our groups of green, blue, and red shapes and we sorted them in a different way because we used our eyes to observe what else was the same and what else was different about our shapes. And we saw, hey, there's more than one circle. There's more than one triangle. There's more than one star. There's more than one square. We can sort them based on the kind of shape we're seeing to see a group of our circles, a group of our triangles, a group of our stars, and a group of our squares. Awesome job. Thank you so much for coming and learning more about our concept of sorting and how we can use our eyes to observe and take our comparing words that we've been working on, our big and small, tall and short, and all of the other things that we've learned. We've learned about our colors and about uppercase and lowercase letters, and we can take all of that we have learned to look at something and observe what we see that is the same and what we see that's different, to put them in different groups and sort them so that we can look at, oh, these are all of our things that are circles. These are all of our things that are triangles. And these are all of our things that are stars, and these are all of our things that are squares. Thanks so much. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.